Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Learn in Nutshell. So in the previous video, we saw how to quickly, get started with Azure Portal, how to set up a free account in Azure Portal. And in today's video, let's look into Function App. Let's look into different triggers that's available in Function App. For this, will be mainly using Node.js, and we'll quickly, run our first program with Function App and try to trigger that using the different triggers that's available here. So yeah, let's get in the video. So as soon as you go to portal.azure.com, you'll see different services on top. If you're not able to see Function App, you can just type Function App here. Click on that, and then you can click on Create. Of course, here's a free account, so you'll have to keep it as free account. Give a resource group. If it's not available, you can create one. A resource group is mainly for tagging uh, all the services which you're using to a particular resource group for maintaining purposes. So you can use the resource group. It's really helpful when you are working on a project. So let me give demo resource group and click on OK. Let me give the name as first, or let me give first run, and it should be in small first run. And do you want to deploy code or container? So you want to deploy the code. The runtime stack will be using it in Node.js. So click on Node.js. You can use the latest version, that is 18 LTS. And depending on the requirement, or wherever you're available, depending on that, you can choose the region. So I'll keep it as default, and let me select Windows here. Keep it as consumption, serverless, and enable public access. You can keep it as on. If you don't want to allow everyone to use this, then you'll have to, but we'll keep it as on for this one. And go to the next thing. So you can create application insights. This will be useful for checking out the logs for the failures, whatever's happened for the function app. And next thing is the deployment. You can leave it as it is. Tags, you can leave it as it is. Go to review and create and click create. So it will take some time to create it. So let's come back once it's created. So it's still getting deployed. This is how it look like. So deployment is completed. Once it is completed, you should see your deployment is complete. Now you can go to the resource. So this is the function app we are creating. Inside this function app, you can create multiple functions for different triggers. So once it's loaded, it should you see functions here. Click on functions, and you'll see an option for creating it. So let's wait for some time for this to get enabled. So it's still taking some time. So once it's completely loaded, you should see the create coming up here. So you can click on create, and this is where you'll have to choose what kind of trigger it needs to be. So you can keep dev 11 portal as it is. So we are not doing it in the portal, so we'll keep it as it is. And these are the different triggers available. HTTP trigger is mainly if you want to do it via the get or post request, using your Postman, or via your code, by sending out a fetch request. So you can use HTTP trigger. Timer trigger is mainly if you are creating a scheduler. So based on whatever cron you have set, it will keep running the function. That function will be triggered during that period. Queue storage trigger is whenever you're adding items to a storage location, it will automatically call this function app, and based on that you can play around with that file once that is loaded. Same thing for blob storage as well. And Azure Service Bus Queue is whenever a message comes to a Service Bus Queue, you can trigger the function app. So these are the other things. Mainly we look into HTTP trigger for now. Click on HTTP trigger. So if you scroll, you have other triggers also available. You can explore it. Here you can give the names based on whatever you're developing. Let me give hello world. No, let's follow that trend. Hello world. So let's name it as hello world. So within this function app first run, we are creating hello world, and you can give it as function. Click on create. So the function is created. No, once the function app is created, everything else should be faster. So if you go to code plus test, it will take some time. So once loaded, you should see some default code coming up here. So that these are the default body for this particular program. You can remove this and start coding yourself. But let's keep this as is and try to execute this. So you can test this functionality directly from this portal itself. You can click on test run. You can give the name as you wish. Let me give it as learn in a nutshell. So let's click on run. So it says hello learn in a nutshell, this HTTP trigger function executed successfully. And you can see all the context.log whatever you have put here as well. And if you wish to see the errors, so suppose let's make some you know let's write it has a request one. Click on save. Try to run this now and see what happens. So it has thrown 500 internal server error. And here, if you see, you're not able to see anything in particular. So to see that particular error, you'll have to switch to file system logs here. And once connected, you can run this again and see what is the actual error like. Click on run. So you'll see the whole error coming up here. Request one is not defined, it says. So unlike Node.js, this uses context.log, whereas in Node.js you might have seen it uses console.log. So this is how to write your first program in function app. Let's quickly run this from Postman. For that you can get this function URL, copy this and click on this. Let's create a new, or let's, okay, we don't need all those things. Let's directly execute it. So it accepts both get request and post request. So there's how the get request is like. Here if you go in params, you can provide name and give it as learn in a nutshell and click on send. So if you see learn in a nutshell has come. And if you want to compare what I've run there and here, I'll just put YT here and click on send. So it says learn in a nutshell YT. So let's do the same thing via the post request. Go to post, copy this name, go to body, click on raw, click on JSON so that it's beautified, and let's give name and the value for that. So if you click on send now, so it has come, just to differentiate. So let me put it, remove it from there. So if you see learn in a nutshell Y3T has come via the post request as well. So that's how you do it. That's how you run the first program in Azure portal, and how to run it in Postman. So hope you all understood. Let me know if you have any queries in the comment section. And I don't want to increase the length of this video. I want to keep it as short as possible. So let me know if you have any queries about this. And in the next video, let's see the function app. How to uh, import or download the dependencies in function app via the VS Code. How to deploy from VS Code. How to run locally from VS Code. So let's see in couple of videos. So in this video, it's only so much, guys. Hope you all liked it. If you liked it, please do the like button, subscribe, comment, and do share with your friends. Let's catch you in the next video. Until then, see you. Bye.